discussing. Okay. Uh, let starts from light. Light. We can see anything. We can see anything object. Okay. Anything object through the help of light. Okay. Our eyes are able to see the objects, to see this board, to see this wall, to see this device, uh, to see anything which is object. So all those objects we can see, our eyes can see because of light is falling on surface of the object. That's why our eyes are able to see the object because of light is falling on surface of object. Clear? So light helps us to see the objects. Clear? Through example, let's understand. This is what this is book. Got it? This is book. So in word, in a noun word, we say it what? Object. We say object. So object, definition of object would be what? We can touch those materials. We can see those materials, those things. So are we be able to see this object? Yeah. Can we touch this object? Yeah. That's why it is object. It is named as object. But name of this object is what? Book. Clear? Now to see this book, what do we need to do? And our surrounding should be what? Source light, so that light will fall on this object. Got it? This is a source light. So here one is a compulsory source light. Second, you can see object. At least minimum two things are compulsory. Two things are compulsory to see anything. So we are here. This is object. We are looking because this light coming from source light is falling on this, and it is getting reflection, and this reflection is entering in our eyes. That's why we can see these objects. That's how we are able to see any object. To see any object. Got it? This was a definition of light. So light provides us a ray, beam, beam, luminous objects. So first of all, you need to be clear what this is object. So now we need to identify which type of object would be what luminous object, and which type of object would not be luminous object. So let's try to identify that which type of object would be luminous object. So definition of it is anything, any object, if those objects have their own light, those objects can emit their own light, so those objects will be kept in the category of luminous objects. Clear? For example, torch. This is a torch. Torch has their own light. Sunlight also has their own light. Sunlight can emit their own light. Torch also can emit their own light. That's why it is a definition of luminous objects. So these are examples of luminous objects. Uh, what nature light, about nature light and artificial light? Do you know some little bit information about the nature light and artificial light? Can you explain it? Nature light, which means which means it is not made by human. It is not made by human. It is made by nature. It is made by nature. So this type of light so cannot be made by us, cannot be made by human being. That's why, and nature lights are sunlight, stars. So these are nature lights. Artificial light, artificial light, artificial light. So these lights, what? These lights is made up by us, is made up by human being. We can make artificial light. Whatever we are making light, we are creating light. Those lights will be known as artificial light. Those lights will be named as artificial light. That's why there are two names of light. One is natural light, second is artificial light. So both light will come in the category of luminous objects because both these lights have their own light. Both these lights can emit their own light. That's why those types, this this types of light is named what luminous object. Let's see about non-luminous object. Non-luminous object. So here we are identifying which type of objects would be non-luminous and would be luminous object. Got it? So, as we saw, what luminous objects would be those objects which can emit their own light, which will have their own light. But whereas if we understand about non-luminous objects, so those objects, except objects of luminous objects, those objects which don't have their own light, any type of light, those objects which don't have their any type of. So examples are this board, this light. We are examples of non-luminous objects. House are example. House is an example of a non-luminous object. This window would do anything that cannot emit their own light. Those objects will be named as non-luminous objects. Clear? Uh, Now it is very interesting, and it is a scene as in real life. Still, we are going to identify which type of object would be transparent object and opaque object and translucent object. With the definition and with the practical example, we will try to understand it. Okay, transparent object. Yeah, this is object. Let's suppose this is object. We don't know because it is a transparent object. That's why. So it is object. Clear? Now, to see these objects, we need what? Source light. We need source light. This is the source light. This is the source light. And light is coming from this source light is falling on this object, and it is passing through this object. It is passing through this object. So this object is saying, I am what? Transparent. Because you are here and the area behind me you can see. So it is happening because of like this. It is happening because of I am transparent. I am giving allow to pass the light from one side behind me to behind me. So light is passing. object. That's why it is named a transparent object because of light is a passing through the object, through the object. And other on other word, we are able to see behind area of this object because of light is passing through this object. That's why we can see area behind this object. Those objects that allow to see area behind of that object to us, then those objects would be transparent. So here we can say light is passing through the object. That's why it is a what, transparent object. Here, if this light is not passing through this object, rather it is turning into another direction. It is turning into another direction, and this this changes light is coming in our eyes, into our eyes. This is entering. This light is entering into our eyes. That's why we see this object, and it is turning into another direction, which means light is being blocked by this object. It is turning into another direction, which means light is being blocked by this object. And if light is being blocked by this object, so if this object is saying I am opaque object, I am opaque object, clear? Because light is being blocked. It's all about light. If light is passing through the object, then those objects would be named as transparent. If otherwise the light is not passing through the object, then those objects will be named as an opaque object. If something light is being blocked by the object, whereas something light is passing through the object, so those objects would be named as translucent. So it's all about light. If light is passing through the object, then those objects would be known as a transparent object. If otherwise, on the other hand, light is being blocked, light is not passing through the objects, so those objects would be named as opaque objects. If something light is being blocked, whereas something light is passing through the same object, those objects would be named as what, translucent object. This was in written form. So here we understood through practical example about a transparent object, and about opaque object. It's the time to understand about a translucent object in practical example. So here light is being blocked, light is not passing through this object. That's why it is saying I am opaque object. Clear? Light is turning into another direction because it is opaque, and if a light is getting reflection, that's why we can see shadow of this object because of light is turning into another direction. Light is not passing. That's why we are saying what shadows are formed behind the opaque object because the light gets reflected. That's why. Clear? Here, when we were understanding about a transparent object, so here light is passing through the transparent object, so here there would not be any type of shadow because the light is passing. Whereas light is not passing, then shadow will be formed behind the object. Clear? And those objects will be opaque object. Something light will be blocked and something light will not be blocked. Something light is being blocked and something light is not being blocked. So uh, those would be known as translucent object. Clear? So, so area that is being blocked by light, that behind that area will be formed shadow. But area that is being blocked, that is not being blocked by light, those area will be blind, will not be of shadow. Clear? So transparent object, example of a transparent objects are what, glass, window glass, window glass, door. And example of a translucent object, blur window, blur glass window, blur glass door. Got it? Then examples of opaque objects are a lot of, a lot of. This wall is a example of opaque object. I am an example of opaque object. Light is coming from source. Light is falling on me, and behind me is what shadow. Shadow is there because of light is falling on me, and it is getting reflection. Light is being blocked by me. Light is being blocked by me. Light is not passing through me. That's why there is a shadow behind me, because of light is not passing through me. Clear? We are example of our object. Let's understand here about shadow, size of a shadow, shape of shadow. So here, if this size will decide uh, when light. So size of a shadow object will be decided when source light. If a source light is near in front of an object, then shadow will be what uh, in a small form. In a small form. Whereas source light in front of object in front of opaque object is far away, then shadow of that of the object would be in larger form. So it's all about to keep what source light between object and source light. Clear? Let's suppose this is source light. Light is falling on here. I think it's enough. Shape. If size of a shape of a shadow is large, we understood about it. So shadow gives us additional information of light of reflection. Sometimes we see what we cannot explain that this shadow is of animal, this shadow is of a is of that object. We cannot explain. It means shadow will not explain that this is a shadow of original object. No, sometimes we can see like this. Shadow rainbow color of a shadow is what? Color of shadow is black. Black. Okay, black. Color of a shadow is black. Reflection. Shape of shadow we understood, we saw, and we saw what the size of shadow. Let's understand a reflection. Let's understand a reflection. Here we can understand. Okay, we can understand reflection. Do you have any idea, any information regarding the reflection of light? Do you have any idea? Can you explain it? Uh, let's try to explain it. This is a reflection. This is a process that is saying what it is getting reflection. So here, try to understand. Source light is compulsory, and one side opaque object is compulsory. So here we are looking what light is falling. This is incidence. This is incidence ray. This is ray, but it is a not ray. It is a beam. Then we can say rays. This is incidence rays because this light is coming from source light. That's why it is a said incidence. But this light will hit on an object and it will turn into another direction. This change light will be known as reflected ray. Clear? Because reflection ray explains what about the changes of light. It changed into another direction. It turned into another direction. So changes of direction of light is what reflection ray. Clear? So here, mm, this incidence ray. Here we are looking what I letter. So first I letter, it is represented to explain incidence. I letter. Whereas this R will be represented to show reflected ray. Okay. So I think let's understand if it is possible. So here, this straight line will be what? This straight line will be known as normal. Normal line will explain what if incidence ray is what incidence ray uh, what. So here angle of incidence ray would be same, would be equal to the reflection ray. How? Because it is falling on plane surface. That's why we are looking what incidence ray is equal to the reflected ray because of it. This incidence ray is falling on plane surface. That's why on plane surface with the smoothly. Clear? This is let's suppose 45 degree. Then also angle of reflection ray will be 45 degree. It is saying what both will be equal. Clear? Reflection. Let's see more about the reflection. We are in front of a mirror. We are in front of a mirror. Got it? Here. We are looking our image inside mirror. So it's all about because of there is a light in our room is falling on this or on a surface of a mirror and it is getting reflection. It is a turning and is coming in into our eyes. So this getting reflection is falling on us body. Then it will turn into another direction like this. That's how our image are formed. Our image is formed inside mirror. This is how to form a reflection of the object inside mirror. Should be one thing should be there should be one thing what source light. Source light of source light will fall on surface of mirror will turn into another direction. That directed ray will hit on us body. Then again directed ray reflected ray will turn into another direction. This is a process which forms what our duplicate image inside mirror. So here behind this mirror we see what painted area with the silver paint. Because of painted area is that is not giving allowed to pass this light. That's why it is said mirror is an opaque object. So remember that mirror is an opaque object because behind the mirror is a painted area with a silver. It helps to stop what it helps it don't does not allow to pass the light. Clear? So loss of reflection we understood here. What angle of incidence ray is 55 degree. Then also angle of reflection ray will be 45 degrees because of incidence ray is falling on plane surface. That's why we are looking what both angle degree is the same because of. So here this normal line is imaginary line to imagine to decide angle of incidence ray and angle of what reflected ray. So here about more explain of it we will try to understand in next slide. So till here we tried to understand. So next let's see plane mirror. This is a plane. Got it? Plane mirror. It is plane mirror. So it is describing what I am smooth and I am plane. So here light. This is a source light. This is a source light. Source light. This is a source light. Now light from source light is falling on surface of this object. So it is what plane mirror. So what is what type of is mirror this? It. I wanted to ask you which type of mirror is it? So this is a plane mirror. Oh no, plane mirror. Okay. This is object. In other word, we can say this is object. But what types of object is it? This is opaque. What opaque? Opaque object. As we know, definition of opaque object is this type of objects don't allow to pass the light coming from source light. So those lights are blocked by this type of object. So light is not passing through opaque object. That's why behind the opaque object is a seen what formation of a shadow. Because of light is not passing through opaque object. That's why shadow is formed behind opaque objects. Clear? So how is it? How is it opaque object? How can we define? We can see behind a plane mirror, behind any type of mirror, we see what a painted area. So painted area behind a mirror is a painted area with silver. That's why it turns into another direction. This light direction turns into another direction because this is opaque object. This painted area behind this mirror don't allow to pass this light coming from source light. This object don't allow because behind a mirror we see what painted area. So painted area uh, don't does not allow to pass this light. So of course this is opaque object. The light is falling on surface of this object. It will turn into another direction. It will get reflect. So this changes the direction of incidence ray will define about what reflected ray. Reflected ray. Got it? Reflected ray. So this is main light. This is incidence light. It it is hitting on surface of it. That's why it is named. what incidence? Incidence ray. When we say what rays, when we have a collection of ray, then we say what rays. Otherwise, we can say beam. Beam is a definition of a collection of rays. Okay, so place of rays we can say beam also as well. Okay, so this is a reflected ray because this is changes. This is changes the direction of light. That's why we named it reflected ray. So this incidence ray can be represented by I letter because first letter of incidence is I. That's why we represent I to we represent incidence ray. Similar here you can see what first letter of reflected ray is what R. That's why it is reflected ray is represented by R. Got it? So here this is a incidence ray, this is a reflected ray, and here we draw a imaginary line to explain an angle of incidence ray and to explain a angle of reflection ray. So it is a what? This is imaginary line. We represent it through word. What is normal line? Normal line. What is normal line? So we can represent it by a letter. It is not compulsory, but it will be compulsory in mathematical. Clear? So here we understood what a reflection of light. It is getting reflected by hitting on this surface. Here we see inside plane mirror our image. How when does it happen? We are in front of we are in front of a mirror. Okay, this is we. We are in front of mirror. Light is falling like this, and it is getting reflected, and this reflected ray, is falling on us. Is falling on us. Now this reflected ray will turn into another direction again because we are opaque object. That's why this is light. We named it a reflected because this light is coming by reflecting. That's why it will hit on us. Then it will turn into another direction because of we are opaque object. We can't allow to pass this light. And that's why behind us we see what formation of our shadow because of light is not passing through us. That's why. Now it will turn into another direction. Then it will hit on a surface of image, a plane mirror, and something light will go where there is no what plane mirror. So whatever rays are falling are hitting on surface of plane mirror by hitting us. So that's how our image is formed inside plane mirror, inside any mirror, because of light's reflection of light. When light falls on plane mirror on mirror, and then it turns, and there's a turning ray hits on us, then again it turns into another direction, and some this turning lights will hit on surface of mirror. This is a process to make a image of us inside a plane. That's how we can say we see our image inside plane mirror because of this process. Clear? We understood what our formation of image. We understood reflection of a light, reflection of a object. Let's understand. Okay. we were also an object. So here this is building. Let's suppose this is a building. Got it? This is a building. Here is a what? Near of a play. Near of. Here is a pond of water. Pond of water. Pond of water. This is a building. Now this pond water is a near of a building. Sunlight. This is a sunlight. So here we have already what a source light. This is sunlight is our source light, and this is opaque object. So opaque object is a compulsory. Otherwise, if we have a translucent, then it will be possible to see what a reflection of an object. So opaque object will clear us what to understand the reflection of a light and reflection of a object. Here, this a light, something light coming from source light, sunlight, absolutely will hit on surface of building object. Then it will turn into another direction. Something this a turning light, this getting reflected ray, or absolutely oppose will hit on surface of pond water. So this is a what shiny water. This is a plashed water, shiny water. Water is a type of shiny. Okay, shiny. As we know, what plane is a what plane mirror is what shiny, shiny material. Whereas we should have what plastic material, shiny material. That's it. Okay. So this is what shiny water is shiny. Here we can see what the image of this building inside water, because light is falling on surface of this object, and it is turning, and this light hits inside it, inside water. This is how the image of a building is formed inside water. This is how. This is how we see formation of image of an object, of an object. Okay. Let's try to understand what do you know light travels in a straight line. How can you define that light travels in a straight line? Do you have any ideas? Do you have any ideas to draw that light is traveling in straight line? Do you have? We can prove it that light is traveling in straight line. So how? Let's draw a diagram. Through bent pipe, through help of mm, flame candle, we can understand. This is a flame candle. Candle is burning. That's why it is named flame candle. Flame candle. Flame candle. Candle is burning. Uh, we want to see this pipe. Pipe. This is a pipe. Got it? This is a pipe. So this pipe is straight. Of course, we can see it. This pipe is straight. Our eyes is here. We are looking inside pipe. We see what flame candle. So we are able. Our eyes are able to see this flame candle, because light coming from somewhere, source light is entering inside this pipe. That's why our eyes are able to see the flame candle. If light rays will not be able to go inside it pipe, then we can't see this flame candle. If light can't be able to go through this pipe, then so now our eyes will be able to see the flame candle, because light is able to go through this through inside it pipe. That's why when will our eyes be able to see, will not be able to see this flame candle. If this pipe is bent, this pipe is bent pipe. If this pipe is bent, then our eyes will not be able to see the flame candle, because light is turning in straight line till here. That's where. But here, this is a this will turn into another direction after hitting on it. So here our eyes will be able to see to till here, to till here. That's where our eyes will be able to see. After this area, we can't see. So light will hit into another direction. So light is not going in state directly. That's why we can't see. We are not able to see this flame candle. This is how we can prove that light is not traveling in a straight line. Light is traveling in a straight line. This is how. This is the process to prove it. Okay. Something material is bent. Something material is not in a straight line. In a straight, then we can say what we can't see anything through bent material, if light is not going through that material. Okay, so this is the activity from which we can prove. We understood reflection of light. Then let's understand real image and virtual image. Virtual image. What do you understand? A real image and virtual image. How would you explain it? Look, buddy, a real image. If a real image is capturing on a screen, this is what, okay, and there is what something. This is what, okay. We can say it is a screen, and here is what. Here is what. Here is a chair. Chair. Here is a chair, and light. Source light is there, and source light is there. Light is coming from that source light will hit on surface of chair. So here can we see image of this chair is on this board? No, we will see what image of this chair. So here we are not looking real image. So when we will see uh, when we will see virtual image. Virtual images are found inside mirrors. Whatever we see inside mirror, those images are virtual. Those images are virtual because those images cannot projected on a screen. If images are be projected are being projected on a screen, so those images will be known as real image. So here keep this in your mind. But virtual images, all virtual images are found are seen in inside mirror, but real images will be captured on a screen. So those images, if those images are being captured on a projected on a screen, that's why those images are named as real image. So it will be compulsory uh, to understand in mathematically. Laws of reflection. What would you like to say about the laws of reflection? We understood about it. We have understood about it. Look, buddy, this is plane, okay, and here incidence is falling. Incidence ray is falling and is turning into another direction. This is a reflected ray. Got it? This is a reflected ray, and this is incidence. Incidence ray. This is incidence. This is a reflected ray. So because this ray is coming from source light, this is source light, and this reflected ray is named when light is turning, light is getting reflected. Then those rays are named reflected ray. Got it? So here angle of incidence ray. Here we draw what a imaginary line to calculate everything that is possible. So this is angle. If angle of incidence ray is below to the what angle of incidence ray is below from imaginary from normal line. So also whereas angle of a reflection ray will be below from normal line. Okay. So angle of incidence ray is 60 degree. Similar angle of a reflection ray will be 60 degree. Because of incidence ray is falling on a plane mirror. That's why we see what both are equal. Both are equal. Here there is what a twist. There is a twist. What this incidence ray is coming in straight. This incidence ray is coming from here. So uh, what will be angle of reflected ray? Zero, because this is incidence ray, and then it will turn into same direction from which incidence ray is coming. Okay, so direction of reflected ray will same path as incidence ray is coming. Got it? So laws of reflection incidence ray is equal to the angle of reflected light because of mirror is a plane mirror. Mirror is a plane mirror. Second is we draw normal line. We have incidence ray and a reflected ray. All lies this incidence ray, normal line, reflected ray. All this lies on a plane mirror, on a smooth mirror, a smooth surface to happen this. That's why we have what equal degree of both. So here Characteristics of images formed by plane. We tried to understand what a light travels in a straight line. Now let's understand some characteristics in characteristics images. This is a plane mirror, and here we see what inside we see what our image inside a plane mirror as we were discussing. So here now it's a time to tell what image size of our image, size of our object, size of us. Will it be same or not? Of course, because this is a plane mirror. Our image, size of our image will be same as we are. Okay, as we are. So any object is in front of a plane mirror. So image of that object will remain same as a size of original object. Got it? This is erect. This is what erect. This is erect. Got it? How is it erect? When can we say that it is erect? Because we are straight. We are straight in front of a plane mirror. Then our image will be erect because uh, our image we can see our image is straight. Our image is straight. So erect, which means straight. Okay, straight. Not what left. If we are straight in front of a plane mirror, so our image is formed by plane mirror is what uh, zigzag. No, our image will be same, will be straight. If we are like this, if we are like this in front of a mirror, then our image will be same in shape inside mirror. Clearly. So as we are in shape in front of mirror, our image will be in shape in the same shape. So here we are looking what our image. We see our image inside mirror. So it is said what this is a virtual image. We now what image a duplicate image. So this inside behind the mirror image is known as virtual image, because this type of image that is behind the mirror cannot be represented on a project on a screen. That's why it is named virtual image. It is named but virtual image. Got it? So always remember what virtual images can't be represented on a screen, and real images, when it will come to understand about real image, then we will understand. So here we are understanding what characteristics of images formed by plane mirror. So the image is laterally inverted. Laterally inverted. Our image inverted. Inverted, which means left right. We are in front of a plane mirror. So here we erase our right, our left hand. Then our image, our virtual image, will erase right hand instead of left hand. So this happens. Like this happens. That's why it is said what inverted. Our image inside mirror will be inverted. So part of a object, left part of a object, right part of a object will appear opposite. If we are what we are erasing right hand, but image of us will erase left hand. Uh, this happens. That's why it is said inverted. Inverted. Similar, you are in front of a plane mirror, and here here in T-shirt. On your T-shirt is written in letter in correct way. You would be shocked to see inside mirror what letters are in strange manner inside mirror because of this is laterally what inverted. This is inverted. Okay, and ambulance about ambulance. What? Ambulance. I heard of ambulance vehicles is written words ambulance word in a strange manner, so that vehicles of another vehicles. I heard of ambulance vehicle can see what ambulance word in correct way. That's why it is said because the mirror can't show same manner word that is written in same. That's why ambulance word is written in what in a strange manner, so that anyone can see, uh, can understand by looking a side mirror of a vehicle. So vehicle driver can help a mirror to see behind area of that person. We understood characteristics of image formed by plane. Now we are moving. We are moving to next. What is next? What is next? Now it's a time to understand about the types of reflection. Types of reflection. There are two types of reflection, regular and irregular. First is irregular reflection and second is irregular. Irregular is also said in other word diffused reflection. Through word we can understand what is the meaning of irregular reflection. Can you ident- can you explain? Can you explain? This is a plane object. Okay, this is a plane opaque object. We have a rays. We have rays. We have rays. We have rays. Okay. Already you know these are what incidence rays, and these are reflected rays. Already we know. So here we have not only one rays, we have even a lot of rays. So this type of rays are known as parallel rays because rays along with us in same direction is coming. That's why it is a said it is named parallel rays. Now parallel rays will hit on is hitting on surface of a plane object. Then in angle similar angle is turning into another direction. Okay. So what is this? What is it saying? Here, try to focus. This direction, this light direction is falling like this, is falling on this. This light direction is hitting. Then this rays came in single direction. Then it turned into another direction with a single direction. With a single direction. So here, this direction of rays is a single. This is not a turning this side. No. Okay. Up down we can't see. Direction of rays, direction of reflected rays are not up down. Are not up down. So this parallel rays are coming with along direction and is turning with the along direction with a single direction. With a single direction. Similar, it is happening like this happening because of we have a smooth surface, we have a plane surface. That's why. Similar, we have what rough surface. What rough surface? This is object, but this is a rough object. It is okay. I will come now. These are parallel. But here you can see what this will hit. This will hit what uh, before and after. This is hitting before. This ray light is hitting first. Then second ray is hitting uh, late, and then third is hitting fast because of rough surface. It occurs when parallel rays hit on rough surface turns into different directions. This is how it is said. What diffused diffused reflection, because all these parallel rays turns into another direction because surface of the object is a surface. This is also known as irregular reflection. Irregular reflection. Because parallel rays are not regular, that's why. And these reflections are known as what? A regular. Regular reflection. It is said what regular reflection. Like this happens when we have a smooth and plain mirror, plain object, then we can see what a regular reflection. Because this parallel is turning into single direction, but this parallel rays are turning, parallel rays is turning into different direction. That's why it is said irregular reflection, and in other words, we can say what a diffused reflection. Uh, Diffused. Got it? Now, what else do we need to understand in it? Let's understand about multiple images, which is formed by mirror. When will that happen? Have Do you have any idea? Multiple images can be formed by mirrors. How? We have this mirror, also we have this mirror. So multiple images will be formed by these two mirrors. It will depend on angle of placed these two mirrors. It will happen when angle will decide. Angle of mirrors will decide how many uh, how many images will be formed by me. It is say for who this plane mirror. This mirrors. When two mirrors are placed at angle to each other, multiple images are formed due to reflected reflection. I know I knew formula of this, but I forget that formula. Angle of this mirror is with 90 degree. Then we can see three images inside this mirror. So this is a formula to calculate how many images will be formed by multiple with a multiple mirrors. So mirrors are placed in 300 degrees, and we kept this mirrors with 90 degree, and here we will keep to one object. That's why we subtracted 1 from 4, and we get 3. So except this object, we get 3 virtual images that is formed by plane mirror. This was how we can form multiple images by using more mirrors. This portion of light Dispersion of light. Dispersion, which means diffuse. Dispersion of light. What is meaning of this? Dispersion of light. Do you know about VIBGYOR? VIBGYOR. V stands for violet, indigo, blue, yellow, green, orange, red. These are names of a color. Uh, there is a twist. What real color of sunlight is what? What is the real color of sunlight? Real color. So real color is what? Uh, white. White. We see what sometimes sun is yellow, sometimes the sun is red. We see it sun is yellow, red because of dispersion of light. Some lights gets reflected into some lights get reflected into another direction. We have sunlight have some light because some lights no sunlight have already one light, but because of environment we can say we red orange light of the sunlight reaches on earth only red yellow because of medium between earth and sunlight. Some lights will be yet reflected by environment, by atmospheric. Some lights will get disappear. So remember what these are colors of white. White colors have all these colors. All these colors are found in white. We see what these colors when rainbow. Rainbow uh, appears when after raining, and we will see rainbow behind sunlight. In front of the sunlight is formed rainbow. Okay, in rainbow we can see this is seven colors. Not exactly this is same colors, but this will be rainbow will have this is seven color. This is seven color. Do you have any question regarding it? Prism. Prism is a best example to explain dispersion of light. Light is a dispersion. So prism is the best example. This is a prism. This is a white light. Okay, this is white light. This white light is entering through this object because prism is what transparent. Transparent. That's why prism is transparent. We are entering this. We are entering this white light through this transparent. We will we will see what seven light. Seven lights are these. So it is happening because of a dispersion of light. It is dividing into another colors. into another direction. So all these colors is of white color. Clear? This is the shape of a prism. What else